The wisdom of Kabbalah, it's an order of actions that go over our will to receive and the intention in order to receive or in order to bestow that rides on the will to receive. The will to receive is nature, the nature that can become revealed to a person more or less. And in order to receive or in order to bestow, the meaning is, the intention is, the intention, it already depends on the person. But along with the change in the desire and the intention, the change in the desire and the intention, it's called the spiritual motion. And this is what we're talking about in the wisdom of Kabbalah, and only. And don't get confused with the different actions, movements that we see in this world, imaginary world, imaginary images. This is the hardship. How can we disconnect from the external actions and motions that we have, including our psychology, including what we have in the will to receive, and start differentiating the changes that we have in our inner movements, in our spiritual movement? That if suppose we're talking about, on this lesson, we're talking about entering the state of Ibul, so it's not that we enter the state of Ibul like we are, but we go through several changes, that really there's a question of what remains from us in the first, second, third, fifth, seventh, eighth, and so on states. What remains in all these states that we have to go through until we enter Ibul? It's not like I'm sitting in my car and I go into a tunnel, suppose. But I change, I myself change. This is called spiritual motion or movement, and then this way that I change, I reach Ibul. And therefore, we have to demand of ourselves examination of how do we change? What do we get the changes from? What kind of changes do we get? What are the changes really? Are they leading us to the entrance to Ibul? That every day I'm new? What's left of myself from the yesterday, from my old self today, that today I took another step forward. And then, what steps do I still have left to do in order to be in Ibul? In order to be in Ibul, you have to change. Who are we right now? We have to learn. What state do we have to reach in our changes? This is something that we'll learn on the lesson. But we have to be alert towards the changes that we have to go through. That what I thought yesterday, what I felt yesterday, it's not that it simply disappeared today like in an ordinary person, but I completely exchange my basis for a desire, for a thought. And it's possible to say that today I'm really a new person. And like a serpent, like a snake that peels its skin, the very same way we have to change our desires, our intentions, our habits, everything there is, just to be compatible as much as possible and more to the Ibul, and to see the state of the Ubal as the preferable state that's supposed to be revealed the next moment, and that I'm making an effort towards it. And if I made efforts and I still didn't achieve the form of Ibur, then at least I took a step towards it. I changed towards it. And immediately I prepare myself for another change. And this way, the number of changes that we have to go through until the form of the Ubal will dress on a person. Let's see, what is this form?